Hey guys, and welcome to another No Hands SEO video. In this video I'm going to be briefly going over all the different options and features in No Hands SEO just so that you can get a good idea of what it is actually capable of. Now there's a lot of videos like this on the internet, but obviously as No Hands SEO is updated very often with new features and platforms and things like that, it's really hard to sort of get an idea of what No Hands SEO is capable of from some of these videos that may only be just a few months old but are missing quite a few features. Now I'm going to start by just getting No Hands SEO up. Okay, so we have it here. This is the main form. This has the list of profiles, so whenever you add a profile, each one will be listed here with lots of different information about it, such as how many keywords are currently in the profile and how many of them have been searched, how many links it's got, and so on. That's fairly self-explanatory, so I'm not going to go into that too much. I'm going to jump straight into the settings just to give you a brief idea of the things that are available. Now you can choose to search either Yahoo or Google to get your targets. That's quite simple. It's set to both by default. You can automatically ping links, so obviously when a link has actually been found as a result of a post, it will automatically ping it to all these, and you can add whatever services you want to that list. That's not a problem. Now anchor variations, here you can set different types of generic anchor text or vary the anchor text that you're invented yourself, such as by capitalizing them or things like that. And you can also add in names. That's to make your backlink profile look as natural as possible, because obviously your average website doesn't have 100% anchor text-based links. So that's a great little feature there for making your backlink profile look particularly natural. Okay, moving on, we have posting threads and searching threads, so that you can set how fast it's going to work. If you have quite a powerful computer with a fast internet connection, then you can set the threads up in the hundreds maybe, or if you've got lots of proxies you can set lots of searching threads, so you can do that. You can also have, there's three different capture settings. You can have software settings for the first option, and then for example capture sniper, capture infinity or capture breaker, and if that fails it will then go on to the second capture solver, whereby you could have death by capture or decapture image typers and so on. And you can also set quality limits for the link on those, so that you're not wasting capture credits on heavily spammed sites or anything like that. So that's another good way of saving your capture credits. You can also manually enter captures. Say you're on a budget and you're only looking to get say 50 or 100 links per day, then you can set it to manual capture solving and just do it that way if you'd prefer. Here we have the prevent posting settings. This is to make sure that you are only getting quality links. Now there are more controls like this to be added, but currently there is not a single other tool on the market that has this many quality controls. Okay, so that you can limit by how many outbound links that the target page has. So if your target list has a bunch of pages that have been spammed heavily, then it will skip those. So say you put in a maximum outbound link of 250, which is quite a decent outbound link, then all of your links will have less than that number of external links on them. So for example, if it was to post a comment on a blog, then it would make sure that there's not more than 250 other comments on that page. And you can also set by page rank. Obviously that's quite self-explanatory of what page rank is. You can set it anywhere up to 10. You can set it for the domain or the page. I'd never advise setting a high page rank for the pages, but domains, it's relatively common to be getting page rank 4, 5, 6, even 7 or more domain links. So if you're using the minimum domain page rank, by all means set that up to 1 or 2, just to make sure that you're getting page rank if that's what you want to do. Now you can also limit based on Alexa rank. That's something that I haven't seen anywhere else. Or the Moz rank, page authority or domain authority. That's another thing that I haven't really seen anywhere else, and it's a real great way to make sure that the links that you're getting are high quality. This is something I see quite often on different forums and things, people saying that the link quality from automated tools is particularly bad or anything like that, and it's absolute bunkum. It's not true at all. When you can set all of these quality settings to anything that you like, you are guaranteeing that you're getting high quality links. Okay, so moving on, for indexing, we have support for the main bunch of indexes. You can have No Hands Indexer, which is a great tool. It's only $20 and it will actually get your links indexed just as quick as any other indexer, but obviously the main benefit is the price of it. Also, you can offload the pinging that we mentioned about earlier. You can actually disable the pinging and have No Hands Pinger handle that for you simply by ticking the box and hitting save settings. Now what that will do is it will stop No Hands SEO from pinging the links and will allow No Hands Pinger to ping the links for you, and that's all the setup that you need to do. You just have to go to nohandspinger.com and get the Pinger program. It's totally free. You put in your email address, you get the download link, and it's set up within seconds. It's very easy. It's not something that you have to do. You can leave No Hands SEO to handle that for you, but it's there as an option if you'd like. Platforms, currently there's 80 different platforms. We've got blogs, image galleries, trackbacks, indexing, we've got forums here, we've got guestbooks, we've got link shorteners, and soon there's going to be some bookmarking sites, article directories, and Web 2.0s, which hopefully will be coming in May this year. So within the next few weeks, hopefully, there's going to be a whole host of new platforms, but currently, as you can see, there's 81 platforms in No Hands that's supported, so you can get a great variety. Now if you want to ensure that you're only getting decent quality links, you can select all, say for example platform type guestbooks, because they don't have the best reputation for quality, so and you just disable them, and then that's disabled all of the guestbook ones. Or you can select all. Let's enable that. You can then select by do follow yes, and then do follow no, and then you can disable all of the do follow no's to ensure that you're only getting do follow links. So with that token, with the quality links and total control over the type of links that you're creating, you can make sure that you are getting absolute grade A quality links without compromise, and it is that simple. Now also, this is something that has been added fairly recently that people just don't seem to know about, is that No Hands SEO can actually promote RSS feeds. Now not just it will promote RSS feeds or create links to RSS feeds, it will actually publish your RSS feeds to a bunch of the high page rank, high traffic blog aggregate websites, sites like FeedG, Feedplex, and will also ping those RSS feeds for you to Google, Technorati, Pingomatic, and places like that, to make sure that your RSS feed is getting out there, and that in itself could result in a lot of backlinks from various different websites. It could mean lots of extra traffic. Now it's ever so easy to set up. I'll show you that in adding a profile. So really, No Hands SEO isn't just about backlinks, it's about getting your website indexed. It's about deep backlinking to all of your different pages. It's about getting those backlinks indexed. It's about getting your RSS feeds indexed. It's not just a backlinking tool. There's so much more that it can do to make your life as a webmaster easier. Okay, now to make linking a bit easier, there's a huge list of link shortening websites that you can either use or not use. That's entirely up to you. Obviously, if you disable those, it will still post to the different link shortening websites if you have them enabled, but it won't use the list from within No Hands. So you can use it or not use it, entirely up to you. Same with the Whois sites. These are great for getting your pages and domains indexed, but again, it's optional. You don't need to use them, but they're there if you want to. Block lists, you can easily block posting to specific domains. You can remove these if you want. It's ever so easy. It's fully configurable. If you accidentally delete them, you can just click the defaults there, and then it will prevent posting to those domains. And same for the bad words, you can use default lists, or you can use none if you want. If you're not bothered about the quality of links, and you don't care if the links that you get in may have some bad words on there, you can just leave it blank. Or, as I said, there's a defaults list that's ever so easy to get up, and not much more I can say. It's that easy. Okay, for another thing that people don't tend to realize is that No Hands SEO doesn't just post comments. It doesn't just post random spammy looking comments. You can put in whatever comment you want, or whatever piece of content that you want to promote. So it could be an advert style piece of text which tries to persuade webmasters to visit your website. It might be an advert that tries to sell something directly. It could be something which just is there to add relevancy to your post content, so that every page has this extra relevancy because it has your chunk of text which is relevant to your website. Now, to write out by hand a bunch of custom comments, it can take an hour or so just to write a group of different comments and spin them manually. Now, while that is great for getting readable content, it's often a lot easier to just use a spinner, an automated spinner. So No Hands SEO has support for Spinner Chief, Chimp Rewriter, Spin Rewriter, and the best spinner currently. There are more that's going to be added soon, as with most things, because No Hands SEO is always being updated. But currently it has support for the 4 biggest spinners, and you can just tick, for example, with the Spinner Chief, you just tick use Spinner Chief, put in your username, your password, save the settings, and then when you come to write your comments, you just write out a few basic comments or some content that you want to post along with your links, and then hit auto spin, and it will, within a couple of seconds, it will automatically spin everything that you've written. So you don't need to spend the lengthy amount of time manually spinning all of the content. Okay. Now, proxies, there is extensive proxy support here. As you can see, you can use 2 separate proxy lists. So for example, if you have a list of private proxies, you can enter them in there, and you might want to use, for example, your private proxies just for posting, pinging, and page rank checking. And you might want to use a public list here that's loaded in from a file, because you use, for example, maybe you use a proxy harvester like No Hands Proxies that outputs the list of working proxies to a file. You can then use the option to load this file in. That's set by default to load it in every minute, so you're always getting a good fresh proxy list, and then you can use those proxies for, say, searching and also page rank checking if that's what you like. So with that, you can combine private proxies and public proxies for that purpose. Now, there is a built-in proxy harvester, but I wouldn't really advise using that because there are limited proxy sources, and it will take up a lot of time which could be spent on posting. It'll spend it trying to find proxies to use, so it's generally not a great idea. And No Hands Proxies, it's available for just $57 from nohandsproxies.com, and it will get you at the very least hundreds of Google Pass proxies. So if you wanting proxies for searching and you want lots of them, nohandsproxies.com is great. Okay, and there's videos on how to integrate those proxies with No Hands SEO as well, so it's ever so easy. You can also remove bad search proxies. So say you are using public proxies for searching, if you tick that, if a search fails because of a bad proxy, then it simply won't be used, that proxy won't be used again. Okay, and so on and so on. As you can see, there's a heck of a lot of different settings that you can use to really get really narrow down the type of links that you want. So really any argument of poor link quality in No Hands SEO is really quite off base, because you have total control over everything that No Hands SEO is doing. Okay, now this has been a much longer video than I was expecting, as they often are, but I hope that goes to show what sort of settings can be changed and how things can be set up. You only need to go through things once, and then once they're done, they're set up, and all you have to do is add your profiles and then hit start, and it's that simple. Okay, and I hope this has been helpful for you. If not, write in the comments what it is that you feel like I've missed, or something that you might want to see in the next video, or clarification on anything. Just ask in the comments below, or go onto the support forum at nohandsseo.com/forum, and you can always get in touch with me via email at support@nohandsseo.com. I'm always happy to help, and yeah, hopefully it's been slightly helpful. My next video is going to be talking about the different things, such as the link checker, how to use that, and the profile handler. So yeah, and more importantly, how to add a profile. Okay, so thanks, and I hope you enjoyed it. Cheers very much. Bye.